Welcome back to Mind Your Own Business. This is Rick Brutti on the UR Business Network. And today my guest is Barry Libert, Chairman and Founder of OpenMatters. Hey, Barry, how are you today?
Hey, Rick, great for having me back again. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been a long time. And how come you're losing weight and I'm gaining weight?
I don't know. Keeping on those combined diets between you and I tweeting to each other.
Barry, I want to reintroduce you to our audience because it's been a while. Can you tell us what you've been doing since we last talked and a little bit about your background?
Absolutely. Well, we've seen since the last year alone a huge outpouring in social media for businesses, not just for consumers. And so you're seeing more and more enterprises from Nike to Joslin, right here in town, thinking about what is their social media program, what does it mean for their leaders, and how are they going to use it to engage everything from their patients to their investors. So I'm more and more involved, like I've always been, in enterprise social media.
Barry, are you finding people are actually hiring like a social media director for these bigger companies because it's that important a job?
Absolutely. Many of the organizations have social media directors, but now you're seeing social media departments, both for inside, which is dealing with employees, as well as with customers. So you're finally seeing the importance of our social interactions like you and I are doing today, Rick, dealing with customers and employees as well.
You've always been ahead of the curve because when we first met, you were the evangelist for social media when a lot of people didn't even know what it was.
Correct.
So what changes do you see happening now? Is this becoming more and more ingrained in everyday life, especially for businesses?
Well, you're seeing it ingrained in at least two departments. The marketing department, people are thinking, wow, social content is great content that we can use to attract and engage our constituents, our fans, our friends, our followers in anything we do. But you're also seeing it for training methodologies for dealing with employees. People are realizing if an employee puts up some interesting content, other employees may want to see it or use it to do their job better.
So you're open. This is what it's all about, is sharing information and content.
Absolutely, because if you think about it, it's very, very expensive to produce content. I mean, you're an expert in this. You know you need—
So-called expert.
You are definitely an expert in my book. You need big studios, you need production capabilities, you need distribution. In the social world, you're using the internet to do it, but that's only half of the game. The other half of the game is that the consumption has changed. So it means I can get access to your expertise, Rick, and do my job better in the business world. How cool is that?
It's unbelievable. And it changes. It's so hard to keep up with it. So, Barry, tell me a little bit of OpenMatters, what you do with the company, because I know you've got some great things that you do.
Well, we do two things at OpenMatters. One is we invest in very cool companies, like your new company here.
Wow, did you bring a checkbook today?
We'll bring one at the next time, absolutely. So we invest in very cool companies where content still is king, but the content is user-generated content for businesses. And the second thing we do is we serve on boards. We're on a lot of boards. I'm on about 8 or 9 or 10 and growing, helping businesses think about how do we build social leadership and social governance, not just social marketing and social media.
Do you judge companies by like their social media presence on their website? Like if you haven't updated your site in 5 years, does that tell you something about the company?
It tells me a lot about the company because it tells you whether or not the company is willing to have a two-way conversation. If their website is just a Web 1.0 basically media site where it's all this advertising, I love the commercial, where all you can do is buy this, then I realize it's just an old style business. If it says, Rick, let's have a conversation, and you see lots of conversationalists, then I'm impressed with where the business is.
Well, Barry, I'm impressed with you, but let's take a break, and can you hang in for another segment?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back on Mind Your Own Business.